Hello everybody and welcome to another Black Beacon video. In this video I'll be updating my 1.0 tier list for the characters released in 1.1 and for any characters that I believe should have been higher or lower. So to start things off, I'll start things off right here at D tier. Shin is not going anywhere, but I believe I kinda underrated Enki. Enki deserves to be higher in this placement. I would like to place him in A tier. But then given that Jigshia just plays the same role but better, I'll have to just place him in B tier. He is a good breaker, especially if you do not have Jigshia. He has one of the highest element application in the game, so that roughly translates to great breaking ability. So another update would be Ereshen. This was before she got her buffs, which made her more viable. So because of that, I will be moving Ereshen up. I can't bring myself to put her in S tier, so I will be placing her here in A tier. And that is all for my improvements for B tier. Now moving on to A tier. One of the things I realized with this tier list is that I was underrating supports. Starting off with Viola. Viola is definitely the best, well, was the best. No, let's put it this way. Viola is currently the best breaker on the screen right now. And as such, she will be moving to S tier. That brings me to another thing. I will be leaving SS tier exclusively for characters that I find to be game breaking. But we'll get there. Next on the list is my A tier. And I believe I placed Logos a bit too high. Her breaking ability isn't the best, her healing isn't the best, her damage isn't the best. She's a jack of all trades but the master of none. And as a result, I shall sadly have to bring her down to C tier. I would put her in B tier, but the breakers in B tier are way better than her. They do a way better job. Next on the list is my Ninsa. I had mentioned that I had underrated supports. Ninsa is one of the best supports in the game. And as a result of that, I believe that she should be higher than A tier. So I shall be moving her to S tier. I won't be moving her to SS tier because I'm leaving that tier for game-breaking units, meaning a lot of the characters there might have to drop down because I believe they're not just game-breaking, they're good. The S tier shall be a tier for great units, but not game-breaking, and SS tier will be exclusively for game-breaking units. So, whilst we're on that list, Nana shall maintain her place. Azi. With the release of Yuli, Azi's stocks have skyrocketed. Before, when it was just Lychee as a thunder destruction unit, I could place her at A tier. But now with the release of Yuli, I believe that she's earned her place in the S tier. Speaking of earning your place in the S tier, I believe that we have some units who have not earned the place in the S tier. Units such as Shamash, who are great DPS units, really strong DPS units, do not then deserve a place in the S tier. Why is that? Because for me, the S tier is for the strongest units in the game right now. And SS tier being for game-breaking units. So as a result of the SS units having to come down to S tier, Shamash, who is not equal to them in power, will eventually have to drop down to A tier. Now Zero maintains her tier. Now I might get a lot of hate for this, but Hairfire, I have to drop her. She is a good unit, the strongest support for Florence, but outside of Florence, she doesn't find much use. Yes, you can use her in a Yuli team because she has great application and you can get the overloads, but there are better characters for that, such as Jigshia. As a result, I have decided to drop Hairfire to A tier. I'm gonna get hate for that, but that's my thought process. So now we drop the SS tiers to S tier. Wushi sadly has to drop. Florence sadly has to drop. Lychee sadly has to drop, but Ching is not going anywhere. Ching is a game-breaking unit. Her power is just unbelievable. I have my Ching at 8,000 power, and she has not struggled with clearing any side of the abyss thus far. That's just how powerful she is. Note, I'm judging characters at P0. I don't have any limited character with any constellations. So any character I place on this tier list and I say is S tier like Florence, that's at P0 for me. That's her power at P0. So Cheng is game breaking at P0 for me. And that's why she maintains the SS tier. Now that we're done with the updates, let's go to the new characters. The reason you're here. Starting with the man who launched in the first phase of 1.0, Jigshia. Jigshia finds his place. Well, we can all agree that he's at least S tier. But for me, he is a game-breaking unit. And for that, he deserves SS tier. Right at the very beginning. I can't even put him at the end. Like, fine, this tier list does not have any order. If you're S tier, you're S tier, whether you're at the end or at the beginning. But for Jigshia, I just had to put him there. This unit has better solo clears than some DPS teams. And that's saying something. Note, I have him at P0. This is my judgment at P0. His on-field capabilities are very strong. His off-field breaker capabilities are very strong. He's a mixture of DPS breaker, and that makes him truly, truly strong. Now, for the next one, Yuli. This might cause some people to disagree with me, which is fine, I accept that. For me personally, Yuli, right, I uploaded a video when I was testing her out. I had a DPS build on her with Locked Flood Dragon, Chink's build basically, the same Chink build that was clearing everything. I put it on Yuli and she didn't feel very powerful. I then decided, you know what, let's listen to the devs. Give her attack, PS and EM. She was still at 7k power and she cleared both sides of Multiverse. I have that video up on my channel, and because of that, I cannot place Yuli anywhere below S tier. I've never had a DPS unit clear at 7k power. Now many people will argue this, saying she doesn't have solo clear ability as Jigshia or Ching. She's an anomaly unit. She works best in reaction teams. She works best in teams where she can trigger anomalies, she can trigger overload. So obviously she won't match up to people who are designed to deal straight up damage, but she has one of the strongest teams in the game. So she won't match up with Ching, but she's very strong in a full team. She's not a solo clear unit, but a team unit, she's very strong. And at P0, you're not looking to clear solo, unless you're Jigshia, but at P0, you're not looking to clear solo. Now, as sad as I am to do this, I have to. I know I'm biased, but I can't be this biased. The introduction of Yuli as a thunder destruction unit that is so strong, sadly, drops. I find this hard to say. But my boy Lychee, he has to drop. I had dropped him from SS tier to S because the S tier was just dropping. But now, having such a strong thunder destruction unit in the way of Yuli makes Lychee drop down to A tier. It just had to be done. I'm sorry, you're still my favorite, but in terms of raw power, he obviously does not match up to the people on this tier, the S tier. And that brings my tier list to the end. Let me know if you agree, let me know if you don't agree. I actually find Yuli really busted. Like really, really busted of a unit. I know people are like, she's weak, she needs... I find her very powerful. Put her in the right team, she will do the work. So I put her here. Many won't agree, that's fine. So of the controversial things I have here, it's Yuli at S tier, which people won't like. Hellfire dropped to A tier, which people won't like. What else? Yeah, I feel like if you're going to argue, you'll argue those two. But the rest should be more or less in agreement with this. Well, until the next one, guys. Cheers. Don't forget to like and subscribe.